Ms. McCollum.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Sir, I'm going to kind of dovetail on a little bit of what the last question was about, not milk, but cosmetics. A recent New York Times editorial highlighted the FDA's role in ensuring safety of cosmetic products on the market and how little authority you actually have in regulating them. It's a $70 billion cosmetic industry, which includes not only makeup, but products every single one of us use in this room. Any of you use toothpaste, deodorant? Well, it's regulated with an $8 million budget only and 27 staff members at the FDA. The law giving you the authority to ensure the safety of these products is only 2 pages long, and it hasn't been updated since 1938. While there have been several attempts to enact legislation that would provide the FDA with expansive authority and oversight, Congress has been unsuccessful in passing any substantial legislation. To this day, 80 years have passed. Cosmetic companies still do not need to submit safety data to the FDA before marketing a product. They are not held to basic good manufacturing practices. They do not have to register with the agency. They are not required to report adverse events that consumers may relate to them. Further, the FDA can currently not do a mandatory recall of a product, even if it's thought to cause serious harm. It cannot inspect facilities to ensure that the products are being made in a safe and clean environments, and less than 1% of imported cosmetics are even inspected. Clearly, you do not have the authority to meaningfully regulate cosmetic industry the way I'm sure most Americans assume that you do. And just talking to mothers, fathers, elders, and young adults, they think that these have all been tested and safe to use when they go to the store to buy a product for themselves or their family. The FDA has taken steps with sunscreen, and I applaud the FDA for doing that because that's a serious health risk if someone's applying something to their skin thinking it's going to block or delay or prevent cancer. So I'm asking you, what are some of your biggest hurdles in ensuring the safeties of these products? Because I'm sure you get calls and you do hear from consumers who say, well, I thought you inspected this. I thought there was consumer protection. So Congress needs to update these adequate laws and antiquated laws. And so what are some of the changes that you would suggest that we work on in a fashion to make sure that these products are safe, as many people assume that they are? Thank you.
Well, I'll just say briefly, Congresswoman, I think you outlined some of the challenges very well. And this is an area that we want to work on. We very much look forward to working with Congress to try to modernize not just this framework, but we can always do more with respect to the resources. You are right that it is a small team. Now, when you're looking at our portfolio from a risk-based approach, these products clearly pose a smaller degree of risk than a complicated medical device or a pharmaceutical product, but they're not risk-free, and we have not been able to expand the scope of what we're able to do commensurate with the expansion in the scope of this industry. And so we would like to work with you on this and see how we can make this system more robust.
Mr. Chair, as the doctor pointed out, we don't even know how much harm these products could be because there's no accumulation being reported in it. I know that drugs that we take and medical devices, as the doctor pointed out, can have an immediate effective good outcome or a terrible outcome, and those are reported, and we do know about it. But as with sunscreen, there is a false sense of security in the public that they read a label, they think it's been inspected. So, Mr. Chair, I think it's something that our committee should take a look at. I thank the FDA for looking at this issue, and I look forward to working with the chair on this. Thank you. I yield back.